I'm MLF reporter Aly Akers, and I'm sitting here with MLF angler Todd Faircloth. How are you today?
I'm great. Yourself?
I'm doing well. Okay, I want to know, when did you know that you wanted to become a pro angler, and when did you realize you could make a career out of it?
Well, I started fishing professionally around 2000. I qualified for my first major championship in 2000, and so that's when it started for me. I don't know, at a young age, I always thought it would be really cool to be a professional angler and do this for a living, but I never said, okay, I'm gonna do this, because there's so many steps and so many deals you have to go through for it to happen. But you know, I've been doing it for, what is it now, 16, 17 years now professionally. So I've been blessed and had a very good career, and feel very fortunate to do something that I really enjoy to do for a living.
What were you like growing up as a kid?
I was the guy that didn't like school. I wanted to be outside, hunting, fishing, riding four-wheeler or something, but you know, school wasn't my favorite thing to do, but you know, I did it, and I made decent grades. It just wasn't my gig.
You wanted to be fishing, catching the big ones.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, hey, that's what you were going to end up doing someday, so
I didn't know it at the time, though.
Right, so what advice do you have for young anglers that are trying to maybe want to make it as a professional angler? I know it's a very tough business.
It is. It's very tough. And you know, your other question was, when did I know I made it? You know, to this point, I've been doing it professionally for a long time, and I've made a great living doing it, but I still don't know if I've made it. You know, I mean, I don't know if you ever really know if you have made it in the sport, but you have to approach it pretty much just like a regular job. You have to build up a resume. You have to show value to sponsors, and it's all about what you can do for them. And the one biggest thing is that I think we kind of lose sight of is you still have to catch fish, and that's value with your sponsors and catching fish and endorsing their products and stuff like that. And I always tell them, I can sit up here and talk to you, and you can read books and you can do all the research and everything, but there's no substitute for your time on the water.
Since the very first time you started your first fishing tournament until now, has your fishing strategy changed much?
I feel like I approach the beginning of each event, you know, pretty much the same way. But I've been in real crunch situations before in my career, and I feel like that experience has helped me with the decision processes that you make out there on the water. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't put into perspective, is the thought process that goes on up here during the course of a day.
Do you ever get nervous? Or is it more of an excitement, adrenaline?
I always get that adrenaline rush right before we take off, and I will tend to get a little bit nervous the day before the event, but once I'm on the water, I'm good.
You have a lot of friends in the bass fishing world, because you talked about you guys are always competitive regardless what it may be, playing cards, fishing, throwing trash in a trash can. But your friends outside the fishing world, what do they think about your career as a pro angler?
You know, my buddies are just buddies when I go back home. I mean, they know I do this for a living, and they respect that, because they see how hard I work at it, and they see how much I'm gone from home, you know, and that's the hard aspect of our sport. But when I get back home, usually fishing and talking about fishing is not what I do. I spend time with my family, and if I'm with my friends, they know that, so we usually go hunting or do something else. I try to get away from the sport, because when I'm here, that's all it's about, you know. You
have 3 precious children. You have 2 boys and a daughter. What are they like?
Well, my boys are heavily involved in baseball, and we do a lot of hunting together, you know, and fishing together and such like that. So my daughter, she's into gymnastics and the dance and the girl stuff like that. So you know, just when I'm home, I try to spend as much time with them as I can, whatever it is.
You get to go to baseball games, you get to have tea parties.
Yeah, I've done the tea party deal before. Yeah, I've had several of those in the baseball games. I really enjoy, you know, watching the kids involved in sports, and I guess that's kind of the competitive nature side of me that likes that aspect of it. But I just like going to the woods with them too, and just sitting in a deer blind and just talking with them and getting that one-on-one with them.
Not only do they love playing baseball, but I think they like going fishing with Dad as well, because one of your sons recently caught almost a 6-pound bass on a Strike King spinnerbait.
It was actually a 10-pounder.
It was a 10-pounder. Okay,
Yeah.
I was a little bit off.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That was my oldest son, and he's kind of ate up with it. Yeah, I don't. You know, he's into baseball right now, but I don't know when high school fishing starts. He might be fishing instead. But
how proud does that make you?
yeah, I mean it does. It just to see his love for it and his passion for it, like mine is, to see both my boys like that, and my daughter as well. It might be something different, but you just want to see passion within them, and I think if you have passion for something and you have you want to be great at something, that's all you can ask, in your kids is to try and do your best at something.
Well, Todd, thank you for having this interview with me today, and I hope you have fun during the off season with baseball games and tea parties.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys, once again, this is Todd Faircloth, and for more information on Major League Fishing, just go to majorleaguefishing.com.